What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm out in the forest doing a little camp cook. Today I'm making something called Hobo Burger. Never heard of it before, and obviously never made it before. Recipe sent to from my buddy Gears. So it's traditionally made in the oven. We're gonna try and do it in aluminum foil in a pan on my little grill here. Now, the reason I use this grill a lot is summertime, spring, summer, and fall, we usually have a lot of fire bans out here because northern Arizona, it's a desert, it's dry. So I just get used to using this thing. I'd much rather be cooking on my Snow Peak little grill. And I really like that one, slow cooking stuff, but most of the time I need to use this. So what we have is we're gonna make a little boat of of aluminum foil. We're gonna put in this a little over an inch thick little, I just took a chunk off of some ground beef. We've got potatoes to dice up. We've got some baby carrots. I got some butter and cheese to put in at the end. And we're gonna go about 45 minutes on this thing, and we'll see how it works out. You think of burger, just traditional bun, meat, whatever. But this is actually usually made in an oven. It's usually baked. And it said you can do it on a grill, but I'm trying to do it in a pan. It's got potatoes, it's got baby carrots. I think that maybe those flavors all blending together, we'll see. Cook time normally in an oven, they said, is about 45 minutes. I guess you're trying to get the internal temp of the meat to 165, something around there. And you got to make sure, obviously, that your potatoes are done. Today I wanted to just come up and set up and cook. Not really adventuring around too much today. It was, just was excited to try this recipe. It's a little windy today. It'll battle that with the burner, the wind trying to blow the burner away, so hopefully I don't cook it too fast. We'll see. Of course I made the aluminum foil a little bit too small, so I put a lid on top of it. Try and get that kind of bake effect going. We'll see how that works out. But it's another beautiful day, other than a little wind. With the wind, it's a bit chilly. I think we're about 68 degrees right now. But it is a beautiful day, so I'm glad to be back out here, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. To look in here and see where we're at with this thing. I've got it turned down about as far as I can go with this wind. That was about a medium thickness carrot. Wow. The potatoes are soft. The carrots are soft already. So what I'll do is I'll check. Got my thermometer here. And check the internal temp. Yeah, I feel like a little kid sitting in this chair. It's really low compared to my normal one. So I just slid the aluminum foil out of the pan onto this plate I was using. That's what it looks like right there. Try a carrot first. That was a thicker carrot. Wasn't totally soft all the way through, but let's try a smaller one. Hot. Carrots are good. They're not overdone, so they're not mushy. Texture's a big thing with me. Potato. It was good. I put extra salt and pepper on the potatoes just before I put the cheese on. I also had a little piece of butter. I cut in half and I put it on the edge of the potatoes and the meat on each side. Just right at the end. I want that stuff to burn. Still hot. Woo! I got some hot ones off the bottom. All right, here's a test of the meat. So I put my meat thermometer in there and it said it was way hotter than it's supposed to be. Looks pretty good. It's cooked all the way through, which is what you want. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Good burger. I don't usually like my burgers thick like that, you know? Because I want to be able to really control that cook, but this kind of felt like more like a meatloaf, you know, without all the loaf part in it, right? But it's a thicker cut. But it cooked right through, and it's like the time and the balance between cooking the potatoes and the carrots the way you want actually cooks the meat up. So with the cheese on there, it tastes like a really good cheeseburger. Yeah, I was thinking when I was sitting here while I was cooking this, I was thinking about it. I wanted to tell you guys. So there's a lot of times we make hamburger at home without a bun. We just get meat and we make burgers and eat it, you know, like that. When I eat just a patty by itself, I like ketchup, right? So I'll have ketchup on the plate. When I have a bun, when I make it at home and I have the bun and the burger, I like mustard. Is that weird? It's like mustard. When I get a burger from like Culver's or something, I just get whatever's on there. The only thing I'd tell them not to put on is onions. So whatever they put on, if they put on like Thousand Island or whatever, you know, I don't know what they put on. But at home, when I specifically make it myself, I'll use ketchup. Ketchup when it's just a plain patty, and mustard when it's on a bun. Kind of weird, right? All right, so we get a little... It's almost like a deconstructed stew, right? It's like when I was looking up this recipe, I saw Google had a little attachment, mulligan stew, right? So if you think about, take out the stew aspect, you got potato, carrot, meat, cheese, and without the stew, like a dry stew, I guess. It's good. It's really good. I like it a lot. I'm like I just was saying, I'm big on eating the patties without buns. which is what this is like. It's really tasty. Salt, get out of there, it's mine. Salt, pepper, and cheese is the only stuff I put on here, so. That was really good. One thing I failed to mention until I kind of crushed the burger all the way was because I didn't touch it at all while it was cooking. No, like pushing it down with a spatula, no flipping it over. And it kind of cooked in its own juices. As you cut into it with your little spork, you could see the whole inside was completely full of juice, which I can feel now, man. Wouldn't say it was greasy, but it was like all of it was still in there. When you capture everything, there was nothing to leave behind. So it turned out really good. I don't know, I guess I didn't know what to expect from it, but honestly, it was like a simple, clean way to cook potatoes, carrots, and a burger. It was like with the aluminum foil like that. It was a real easy way to cook, but the flavor was all there too. I want to thank Gears for giving me the idea and the recipe for the Hobo burger. It was really good. Yeah, like I said though, I'm feeling it a little bit like you just ate a pretty nice, juicy, greasy burger. I feel that. But I mean, I end up making too much. What I've been trying to do lately is, divide it down at home into little Ziploc sandwich bags. Instead of going to the store and bringing out a whole bag of cheese, try and do it at home when I have the time and when I think about it ahead of time. But if I have to go to the store on the way out, it's a whole different story. But I don't like wasting food at all. And I usually cook too much. And I'm an eater. Shocker. I love to eat. Honestly, I don't love to cook. I love to eat. But I do like to cook because I can cook it the way I want it. So I guess I'm a control freak. I don't think I'm a control freak, but cooking is not at the top of my list. Now, my friend Niels, he loves to cook. The art and the mechanical, the maintenance of cooking, right? He loves to cook. He likes to eat too, but see, I think he's probably the reverse of me. He loves the art of cooking, where I love the art of eating. But it's pretty funny how a lot of my videos, I end up cooking, which is not at the top of my priority. Off-roading is off-road adventuring, seeing places is number one. And then number two would be eating. And then number three would be cooking. But you got to cook to eat. And tying that all in together, being out here, it's a lot more fun to cook because it's a challenge. It's a challenge to try and make things that aren't just a steak or a piece of chicken, and you're just like, oh yeah, got my rubber chicken here. Try and make some different stuff out here. Stuff like what I just did, which was intentionally made, are designed to be baked in the oven. But with the foil, right? And I did leave a little opening, not on purpose, but there was a little opening at the top of the foil, but I put my pot lid over that. And it was steam cooking in there. I imagine that's the same thing it does in an oven, right? It's steaming on itself because they said to close it up. It worked out good. And it took probably half the time. Again, wind was blowing my burner, so I had to have it up a little bit higher, like off of a simmer mode. It was up a little higher, and I could hear the juices in there boiling. I took the thing off; it was steaming. I checked it with my meat thermometer to verify that the inside of the meat was cooked, and then I tested a thicker carrot and a bigger piece of potato, and it was fine. So it took about half the time. I would say, well, a little more than half. Probably about 25 minutes instead of 45 minutes. Remember, being up here, this is just under 7,000 feet where I'm at right now. things boil differently. Things cook a lot different once you start getting, I think it's once you get past 5,000 feet, and then the next big change would be 10,000 feet. So I'm in that area of that first kind of big change in how things cook at elevation. I just heard somebody pop off a shot about about a mile away. Huh. I don't like shooting in the national forest when I target shoot because, you know, people don't usually police up their brass. They shoot into trees. They just do dumb stuff that makes us all look like idiots. I go out to the desert and do it, right? Because the desert is the desert. The beauty of the forest. You don't shoot trees and police your brass. And definitely, if you're shooting shotguns, damn, pick up your shells. The big plastic shell. It's just terrible. There's usually nobody in here, and today's Thursday, so I don't think there's any hunting season. Sounds like a kind of a big bore rifle. Pretty far away, about a mile away. So, today's video I had in my head, I had all these ideas last night about where do I want to go, what do I want to drive. You know, those are two things I knock out first. Three main things for some of these videos. What do I want to drive? Where do I want to go? And what do I want to cook? So last night I said, I'm going to take the Lexus out. I'm going to cook the Hobo burger. Where do I want to go? Well, when I got up this morning, I was feeling like, you know, I'm just going to go up because of the awning situation and the time of day and how beautiful it is. I'm just going to go up and cook. I'm actually not doing any off-roading today. Well, you know, there's a little get back in here and out of here. I'm up in the mountains, but no intentional like adventuring. I'm going to do some of that tomorrow. I thought I'd just get out here and focus on cooking this because it called for 45 minutes, and that's 45 minutes is a long time. I still had my hat up, looked like a goober. 45 minutes is a long time to be cooking on this little gas grill. But like I said, it worked out in 25 minutes. So that's it for me. It's a nice, relaxing day. I got my coffee. This was a brunch too, by the way. It's probably 10:30 right now. I left the house at about 7:30 or 8, all packed up, ready to go. Good day. I got a lot of stuff I want to do this afternoon around the house, so figured I'd get out and just do a cooking session. We were trying to come up with names for these. Chris's Custom Culinary Campfire Cuisine. That is definitely not what you guys said, but that's pretty funny. But that was a Hobo burger. Pretty good. Try it if you like those ingredients. There's plenty of recipes online. It's called the Hobo burger. Try it at home if you want. It's pretty good. Pretty darn good. I don't know how you would cook it for like a family. It would end up being like a meatloaf. But what I describe that is a not dry as in, oh, this is dry, but a soupless pot roast or soupless roast. Pretty good. Has all the stuff in it. You know, it'd be interesting, now that I think about that, is to get some different meat. Instead of ground beef, use like a pot roast meat in there and do the same thing. That might be a modification that I'd like to try, because the only thing missing in there that's not in my pot roast would be big mushrooms, and that's about it. And obviously all the sauce and the juice. That'd be interesting. All right, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you next weekend.